I'm Maya, a 30-year-old employee of a corporation. We recently got married a year ago, having met at a singles party where my husband Liam and I met. My spouse is a humorous and nice man. Despite the fact that he occasionally gets a bit carried away, and the fact that my spouse is highly focused on our family is another reason I chose to marry him. I want to make sure my mother is taken care of and comforted. I'm worried about her since she's getting older. I want to do everything in my power to look after her. I felt my husband was a beautiful man when I heard him talk like that about his mother when we were dating. Later, I had the pleasure of seeing my mother-in-law, Emma, to let her know about our marriage. She was a lovely woman. Oh, Maya, I'm so grateful that you agreed to marry Liam and be his wife. You're too good to be with Liam. You're such a sweet and nice girl. Emma never became nice to me or altered her attitude even after Liam and I got married. I am aware that juggling all household duties while working must be difficult. You can always rely on me, Maya. Emma, thank you very much. There are frequently discussions regarding problems between the wife and her mother-in-law on TV and radio. I don't have any issues with Emma at all, and Emma has never once abused me. Instead, she treats me as if I were her own biological daughter. However, there was something that concerned me a little after we were married. It had to do with my spouse, not with Emma. Let's go to my mom's for dinner. I'm tired from today. How come? You're supposed to make dinner today. I'm suggesting let's head to my mom's since I'm tired from work and don't want to do anything. But if we go so abruptly without warning, won't Emma find it annoying? Oh, no worries. It's nothing to worry about. It will be good to have us around for a lively supper together because Mom must feel lonely too. 3 years ago, Emma's husband passed away and she is currently living alone in their home. It would be too big for one individual to live alone in her house. She may, undoubtedly, become lonely. However, wouldn't it be considered impolite to simply stop by Emma without making any conversation? It would be sufficient if it were just my spouse, but that would be me bothering Emma too. She would also need to prepare some food if we were going to have dinner with Emma. How can my spouse possibly believe that going to Emma's without telling anyone in advance is normal? We should at least give Emma a call to let her know if we leave. How come? We don't really need to do that. All we're doing is returning to my folks' home. It may be that for you. However, I feel as though I'm trespassing. We need to at least show Emma some consideration and etiquette. Upon my persistence, my spouse answered, "All right," and he picked up the phone and started talking to Emma, all sluggish. Mom approved of our trip. Are you certain? I sincerely hope that's not all she's saying. Come on, why not? Your mother thinks it's all right. You worry too much in my opinion, honey. We decided not to waste any more time arguing with Liam and instead made our way to Emma's place. Well, thank you both for coming. I appreciate you traveling so far to be here. Despite our unexpected arrival, my mother-in-law gave us a big, kind smile. Okay, then please enter quickly. Enjoy it while it's still warm. I just finished preparing it. What? Do you cook a lot? Emma had prepared and served us a number of delicacies. I got pretty excited when I found out that both of you were coming, See, I did tell you. Mom is overjoyed that you two came in today. Liam's actions in front of her are extremely callous, even if that is the case. Without hesitation, my husband poured out a drink, polished it off, and devoured the food that Emma had prepared. Okay, Emma, I'll have a few of the dishes you prepared. I'm grateful. No, please eat a large amount. What is your opinion about it? Oh, that tastes so good. How did you manage to survive? Oh, that makes me so happy. I'll show you how to make this the next time. Hooray! Many thanks for that. Emma's kindness made it possible for Liam and I to enjoy a quiet meal together that day. However, my husband made the same suggestion a few days later that we return to Emma's house for supper. Just now, we visited the place. That's just excessive then. It will be a major pain. No, everything is ok. This time I'd already given her a call to discuss it beforehand. Really? Oh my God? Yes, I did call my mother yesterday. Oh, so you had already decided not to cook today. Oh, honey, please don't say it that way. I think I contributed to the food preparation. No, Emma is preparing dinner. In other words, you accomplished nothing. Okay, I'm the one who asked my mom to make dinner for us today. That implies that even though I'm in charge of the cooking, I'm also accountable for making sure the food is ready for us. Isn't that right? I have no idea what Liam was talking about. Emma had made the supper, so I had no choice but to follow Liam, even though he was saying something ridiculous. Emma, I apologize for bothering you once more during our recent visit. Oh, I see. What are you discussing? Did I not tell you that you may depend on me at all times? Please don't be afraid to ask me anything if you need help. It's not like we're in any danger, really. My spouse is only depending on Emma for her meals because he is not as diligent about cleaning and cooking. With that thought in mind, I was terribly sorry for Emma. Since then, on the days when my husband was responsible for cooking, we have consistently gone to Emma's apartment to ask her to feed us. My husband suggested doing this. Emma nevertheless managed to constantly greet us with a smile and prepare beautiful home-cooked dinners for us. But because Emma and I are grown-ups and all, I felt terrible asking her to help us so frequently when we weren't really trying. So I gave my husband a suggestion. While I won't stop you from seeing Emma, I do believe we ought to give her some gratitude for preparing our meals. What? Similar to what? Given how well Emma has taken care of us, I believe we should provide her with some cash assistance for food. However, I don't think Mom gives a damn about it. No, but my unpleasant feeling persists. Will you give Emma the money that I send you each month for my salary? Emma is a really sweet person, so I'm sure she would be too cautious and refuse the money if I gave it to her personally. Given that my spouse is her son, I reasoned that it would be preferable to give it to her. Despite his surprised expression, my husband answered, "Well, if you insist that much, then I understand. I'll accept accountability and offer it to my mother." The fact that I could finally pay Emma back a little in this way comforted me. We kept having dinner at Emma's house after that. My spouse would also remark that we are using Mom's place as our own, on par with anything else. We were now having dinner at Emma's house roughly twice a week, and 3 months had gone by before I realized. Naturally, I felt a little guilty, but I also gave since I knew that Emma some financial assistance. Perhaps my perspective was skewed. I then discovered a startling truth. One day it was after supper at Emma's place. I had a great meal. When I sent that, my spouse had just gotten done eating and was unwinding on the couch while watching TV. Emma and I were cleaning and doing the dishes. Emma then turned to me and began to speak, her face awkwardly showing. "Maya? Yes, Emma, what is it? I don't even have enough money to support myself, and I can honestly say that this is incredibly hard for me to say to you. All right, I apologize sincerely, but may I please stop providing you with financial support? What? Monetary assistance? I'm on a pension, so I'm not really able to support you financially. By providing you with financial support, what exactly do you mean? What? You know, like how I consistently prepare meals for the two of us and provide you with financial support. How come? I know that you and Liam are having problems, but I must admit that I'm beginning to feel a little desperate as well. Hey, give it a moment. I have no knowledge of you providing us with financial assistance. How come? In addition, I am providing you with monetary assistance each month, am I not? What? I handed Liam some money to present to you, Emma, because I felt horrible that you had to take care of us so frequently and cook us such delicious meals. Liam has not gotten back to me. How come? Then something clicked for Emma and me. We can only think of one individual. This was an angst I had never experienced before. I then went straight over to where Liam was lying on the couch. Liam, hello. What is the meaning of this? How come? What is it? My husband appeared to be intoxicated, giggling as he wandered around. What's the matter? Why are you yelling at me like that? I asked, suspecting he had argued with his mother. Grabbing him by the chest, I tried to rouse him. What's going on all of a sudden? Did Emma provide financial assistance? I demanded. What? And where's the money I asked you to give her? He remained tight-lipped, his demeanor suggesting guilt. Just let go of me, he muttered. Feeling nauseous, I released him. Can you please explain? I pressed, frustrated. Explain what? He feigned ignorance. Emma, losing patience, joined the interrogation. You said you were both in trouble, so I helped you out countless times, she reminded him angrily. What's gotten into you? I chimed in, upset even with my mother-in-law. We have every right to be upset. You've deceived Emma and me, I accused. Then where did our money go? I demanded. Let's drop it, he deflected. We just enjoyed a delicious meal, and now you're ruining the mood. I retorted, and whose fault is that? My husband fell silent, unable to offer an explanation for our missing funds. You won't tell me how you spent it, will you? I sighed. Fine. I have an idea, I announced, catching his attention. I reached out to my sister-in-law Sarah, knowing her protective nature and my husband's weakness towards her. Sarah, a strong-willed and independent woman, always ensured Liam, my inherently good husband, stayed on track whenever he veered off course. Upon explaining the situation to Sarah over the phone, she promised to come over promptly. The mere mention of Sarah's impending arrival drained the color from Liam's face. Living just a 10-minute drive from Emma's house, Sarah wasted no time in joining us. Liam, what have you done? Where is Mom and Maya's money? I demanded, but Liam remained obstinately silent, even with Sarah's presence. It was clear this would be a prolonged struggle. Maya, you should head home for now. I'll handle him, Sarah suggested firmly. Taking Sarah's advice, I left for home. The following day at work, I received a message from Sarah. Liam had finally confessed. His actions were despicable. She asked me to return to Mom's house after work. Curious about Liam's transgression, I complied. Upon arriving at Emma's house after work, I found both my husband and Sarah already there. I'm sorry for dragging you here again, Maya, Emma apologized. It's all right, I assured her. Liam was seated on the floor, his complexion growing paler by the minute. Well then, Liam, it's time you spoke honestly to Maya about what happened, Sarah urged. I stood directly in front of my husband, waiting for an explanation. He seemed uncomfortable, avoiding eye contact. Please look at me when you speak. I need to understand what's happening, I urged. I'm sorry. It was a moment of weakness, he stammered. A moment of weakness. I echoed, my disbelief evident. I had an affair, he confessed sheepishly. My heart sank. You cheated on me? I asked, trying to process the betrayal. I'm truly sorry, he muttered. And what about the money from Emma and me? I pressed. I used it for the affair, trips, dates, hotels, he admitted, his words piercing through me. A trip? When did you even find the time? I questioned, feeling a mix of anger and hurt. He nodded awkwardly. Unbelievable. You lied about your business trips to spend time with another woman, I exclaimed, struggling to comprehend the extent of his deception. I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. Please forgive me, he pleaded. But forgiveness seemed impossible. We're getting a divorce, I declared firmly. A divorce? You can't be serious. It was a mistake, he protested weakly. Before I could respond, Sarah and Emma intervened, their voices laced with anger. That's enough, Liam. What you did is unforgivable, Sarah snapped. And don't minimize it as a one-time mistake when it's been ongoing, Emma added, her disappointment palpable. Divorce is necessary. Maya deserves better, Sarah affirmed, producing official divorce documents she had obtained from me along with the contact information of a lawyer from City Hall. I reviewed the divorce papers, signed my sections, and handed them to Liam. Though hesitant, he yielded under the stern gazes of Sarah and Emma, signing without further resistance. And with that, my marriage officially ended. Through my lawyer, I demanded alimony from Liam and his paramour, along with reclaiming the funds I had provided him. As it turned out, Liam's mistress was also married, and her husband was seeking alimony from Liam as well. Consequently, Liam found himself drowning in debt. Currently residing at Emma's house, both Sarah and Emma oversee his finances, ensuring every penny goes towards his debts. With only a meager allowance of $10 per day for work-related expenses, Liam's days of extravagance are long gone. He's forced to return home once his funds run out, unable to afford luxuries or nights out at bars. Liam's downfall is well-deserved. It comes as no surprise that he's now repaying the money he squandered, money that never rightfully belonged to him in the first place. He's nothing more than a despicable individual, cheating with funds that weren't his to begin with. Meanwhile, I've moved into my own apartment, enjoying a comfortable life independently. Despite everything, I maintain a close bond with Emma and Sarah. We occasionally dine out together, cherishing our friendship. While my ex-husband may be a reprehensible character, I'm grateful to him for introducing me to Emma and Sarah, the true pillars of support in my life.